It's the Jordan Nation. How's everybody doing today? We're standing in the kitchen, ready to do something today. Sorry if that was loud. Do you love someone? Do you love yourself? A good way to prove it is with flowers. They're cheap. Why don't people do it more often? I had never looked into this. At Walmart, some of these bouquets that I bought, let's see, $4.97, you guys, come on. But they look like $4.97 flowers. Friends should buy each other flowers. Coworkers could buy each other flowers. Obviously, relationships can buy each other's flowers. Have you bought your boyfriend flowers? I know that was a trend, but did you do it because it was a trend or because you wanted to? Well, with Valentine's Day coming up, I wanted to make a bouquet because I just like to have flowers around my house. I like the life that they bring, and then when they die, I have an entire bucket full of dead flowers, and I kind of like it. It's like the beautiful cycle of life. And in a way, it kind of shows just how fleeting sometimes love can be and how you just have to cherish them through the good and bad. All right, now that we're done getting deep, let's make a bouquet. So grab your vase. This is the one that I'm going to be working with today. And you're gonna wanna fill it up with some cool water. Not ice cold, not hot, just lukewarm bath water. Now, I'm not a florist by any means, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like my flowers live for a super long time. Get your little flowers. I have 3 different arrangements today. They usually will have bouquets full of really nice, pretty flowers like lilies and roses and tulips. And then they'll have little accent flowers. And so you're gonna wanna get one accent flower, and then, 2 fun flowers or something like that, and then that way you have a good balance. Bonus if you can get greenery as well. That was the one thing that was really lacking today, which really sucks because I love some foliage. It really just gives it this natural, organic feel. And so don't be sleeping on that grass. Have you touched it lately? Have you said hello? And I'm gonna kind of go one bouquet at a time-ish. So my big star of the show are these lilies here. Here they are. We got some orange, some maroon, some yellow. It was just a really nice arrangement. And I like to just grab my scissors and cut straight through the plastic. The plastic works really nice to kind of catch any of the dead leaves or anything like that, especially if you get your flowers year round, because especially at a place like Walmart, City Market, your grocery store, they're not always going to be in the best shape. But they'll usually come with some sort of sugar. Sometimes I save mine so that way if I ever pull my head out of my ass and actually change the water of my flowers, I can redo the sugar. But we're going to go ahead and put this in here for today, and it'll actually tell you how much water to put in your vase on here. So it's about 1 liter, and then you just slap this whole bag in there. Don't tell on me, but I didn't measure my water. And I got sugar everywhere. But that is perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of these flowers to stir it around. I feel like a little witch. Burn me at the stake. I'm playing with flowers. There we go, sweet honey. Drink. They didn't even have these in buckets of water or anything. They just had them out. And I guess with it being the season of love, I mean, it's literally the beginning of January. We're gonna go ahead and start snipping our flowers. Lilies are nice because I wanna say that they actually bloom even after they're snipped. So if you're able to find lilies that still have blooms left on them, that's extra life out of your bouquet. Everything else will just be dead. I have heard that if you cut them kind of at an angle like this, they will slurp up the water better. So if you're on a surface like this, bring the vase over to the edge of the surface and you can kind of measure the flower because the table won't get in your way. So I want this one to sit about yay high. So I need to cut this yay far. I would suggest bringing the trash can over when you do this too, just because I like to clean up as I go. If it gets too messy, I can't see. It's like when you're in the car and it's too loud and you're like, shut the fuck up, I can't see. That's how messes feel. They're just loud and like in your face, you know? And so now that I realize that we only have 3 lilies and I set my center one in the middle, which actually I think I'm gonna change my mind. I don't think I wanna do the yellow one. I'm gonna do the red one because we don't really have any other flowers that are color like this. But we're gonna set this lovely little woman right here, our second bouquet. But here are these lovely flowers. So you can see, you know, we kind of have a theme going, but I went a little crazy with my accents. The accent's gonna be popping off, all right, Susan? This red color, I think, is gonna go beautifully with these. So we wanna go ahead and measure, and I want it to be slightly lower, not too much lower, but slightly lower. Cut off about yay. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this with maybe 1 more. I think we're gonna want 2 for this, just this way she's kind of like surrounded. So we'll line those up and we will just cut along the same spot. And eventually it'll start to get some structure once you really start to like layer in some flowers. At first though, you know, you're gonna like sit here and you're gonna start to see the vision come together. And then it's gonna all fall apart and you're gonna be like, yeah, what's happening? Stay together. That worked out well. It's like almost like building a teepee. Keep in mind, triangles are the strongest shape. So like you kind of want to think about that at the base of your vase. Ooh, bars. So now I think we're gonna wanna get maybe some of this purple in here actually, because if I do the yellow or orange, it's gonna blend in too much with these flowers that we just put in. So I want these to be a little bit higher, almost on the same levels with the lily. So we're gonna cut only about that much off. And this is nice because purple and yellow are contrasting in colors. And so, you know, they're really gonna like pop off from one another. And then red and green are contrasting colors, so like all the foliage is already gonna make this lily just like pop on its own naturally. And then the surprise color that I got for the accents to accent the orange is these blues. I'm so excited. It's gonna be pretty. We have 2 of these. Or no, we have 3 of each of these. Wow, okay. So in that case, we are going to adjust a little bit. We're gonna do all 3 of these. Bam, cut. And then I'm really getting in the zone, you guys. I'm locking in. Voila. Okay, and so what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna have to put the lilies all together in the middle. She is piecing together quite nicely. See, we got a nice little arrangement of colors. And you can kind of start to like pull things out to let it breathe a little, you know, it can start to get a little congested. And so you can just kind of start to pull, like this flower right here, she's the one who's suffering. I heard one, she was going, help me, please. So I think we need another purple right up kind of in this bitch, because we have the lily right here and we have those yellow flowers. So we're gonna go ahead and just rotate this right here. We want it to kind of live somewhere up in that region. Okay, so now we get to do the blue accent pieces, which we might not be able to get all of them in. Probably don't need all of these flowers in here. Like I could probably do a little mini bouquet. Let's do it. I'm having such a good time. Let the party continue. So if you don't have a big flower vase like this and you don't want to buy one at Walmart because they charge way too much for stupid vases, like this little piece of glass is so thin, cheaply made. I'm not paying $30 for it. No, you got it twisted. Literally a drinking cup. Even if like you went to the clearance section or like the dollar store is a good place for something like this, you could get your girlfriend or boyfriend like an actual drinking glass and then put the flowers in that. And then it's like a double gift. So get creative, you know, think about how you can use your frugal stubbornness to your advantage. I'm not gonna put sugar in this one because I don't wanna open a packet just for, you know, I'm not gonna be able to put a full packet in there, you know. But let's go ahead and do one of the purple flowers in here. But now that we have a little breath there, this area is starting to feel just a tad bit congested. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do these ones at like the same level. All right, so now we get to do the accent flowers. In the arms of the holy flower. Okay, sorry, maybe I'll put it in my hair. My workstation is getting a little loud. It's getting a little congested. I feel my vision closing. Earth did that, and we're killing her. It's a damn shame. I'll start calling you names if you don't start getting along, okay? Thank you. Jeez Louise. I've always said that would be what I want to do when I retire, is open up a floral shop and then just do this in my old age, just like talk to myself and build pretty bouquets. And then people would come in and they'd be like, oh my God, thank you, those look beautiful. And they just like watch me slowly unravel. I don't think it's far off. I think I'm almost there, actually. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? It feels like surgery. You know, like when you're like in the middle of the night and you're trying to like plug your phone into an outlet and it's not plugging in, so you like close your eyes and you start like seeing it. Like it almost feels like an anime where you're like, you know, really channeling your chakras. That's what I just had to do with that freaking flower just now. Fuck, I channeled my chakras for that shit. I wasted mana. Wow. You got like variations in shapes, you know, you want it to be dynamic. You want it to like really draw attention and be like, ooh, ah, pop, spam, boom. And then you flip her around and it's like, ooh, okay, different angle. And then you flip her around and it's, okay, all right, maybe not from every angle. But ooh, like, wow. La, da, 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 da. And then I have just a little bit of accent foliage left for my baby vase. And so this little baby vase is going to be interesting, but I have a feeling she's going to be popping off in her own kind of funky, silly way. Honestly, I feel like, I'm not a guy, so I can't speak on it, but I think it would be hilarious to give the homies flowers. I mean, y'all already be sucking each other's dicks on the Discord anyway. Give the man some flowers, take him to dinner. Shit. Squid Games. I was thoroughly disappointed. It feels like they just Americanized it, and that's really disappointing because part of the reason why I feel like we loved it was for its like horror, gore, morality twisting, just like fuckery, and they just totally got away from that. Like, I'm convinced that the reason they named that like rapper guy Thanos is because of the Marvel universe. Obviously, it's like super in your face, but I've told people that and they're like, oh, whoa, I've never thought about that. I'm like, okay, did you go to high school English? Did you learn about symbolism? Like, and then the way that they turn the whole thing into a democracy, it's like, in a way I know that it would have made me unhappy if they went through and they basically just did the entire thing over again. But I feel like their best shot at making something good of it would be like to have one plot line being like they're continuing to do the game, but they have different games. You know, they just change up what the people are going to see, because that's what the viewer, like the elites, that's what they want, is they just want to see it get more and more twisted. They want to have more and more fun, and it's supposed to be a speak on, you know, I feel like even it could speak on sexuality, how once you start doing that from a young age and you get overexposed to it, you get jaded to it, and you need more and more twisted shit. That's why these elites are drinking baby blood, supposedly, allegedly. But I mean, you know, I just feel like the first season did such a good job of speaking on that. So you could have one plot of it going like that, and it's just messed up in a different kind of way, you know, kind of same ideas, different characters, you know, they could get you attached to different things. That could be their time to get political. They could, you know, kind of speak a little bit more on LGBTQIA movement. They could speak on a little bit more of just, you know, all the stuff that's going on. And if they wanted to Americanize it, shit, maybe they could have even kept the democracy aspect of it if they really wanted to. It just feels like it got really corny. And I saw that happening when they dyed the guy's hair red. I was like, is this based on an anime or something? Because that feels like something that made it feel like a live action remake. And that bothers me. I don't like that. I liked that it felt like its own unique show. And the ending? Oh my God. See, I'm so upset I'm moving furniture. Okay. All right. The ending. It literally feels like they took the most dramatic moment, the most like, you know, heartfelt, tie you in, edge of your seat moment from the first season, repeated it, and then literally just ended it. Like, it felt so unfinished, so unthought of. And like, honestly, I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Disappointing, man. Absolutely disappointing. If you guys were upset by it too, let me know. I'm sure you were, because every time I talk to somebody about it, they're like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. And it's like a train wreck that you can't look away from. Like, I know that when they inevitably milk it like the fucking cash cow everything is, they can't just let things die and be good. You know, they have to profit. There's no money in it. That's so exhausted. Do something original. Fuck. I'm still gonna watch season 3 just so that way I can talk more shit about it. But now that I'm done being a negative Nancy, we're done with our bouquets. This one got very blue, very crazy. Honestly, questionable. But she's finished and we used all of the flowers. And then this one is just gorge on God. And this was something that I got from a previous bouquet, but I know how they made it, so I'm going to tell you the tea. You get an old stick, or you get like one of your trimmings from your flower. Get some ribbon. Green is a good color because it's just going to go with every bouquet. There's always going to be green in a bouquet. Tie it into like a little bow. You could even probably buy a bow like this just at the store. And then get some twine, some string, or like even, you know, when you go to the produce section at the grocery store, how they have those twist ties for the little plastic bags for your produce. Go ahead and just grab one of those. They're free. Attach it to the bow, and then you just tie it to the back of the stick. And look, all right, so let's say we wanted, I feel like this is gonna go best right here. Let's say we wanted this to be the front. You just stick this in the front like that. Bitch, what? Professional bouquet who? And this cost 15 bucks. And at a flower shop, this probably would have cost you like 70. I'm just saying, if you want flowers that look nice for your loved ones for a discounted price, hit a girl up. Because side hustle where? Who? What? All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was really fun getting just hyper and silly and goofy, and it made this whole little project that I like to do a lot more entertaining. So if you like this kind of video, let me know, because I do this, you know, as when my flowers die. So this could be like a little segment, I guess you could say. Anyways, have fun perusing on the internet. Stay safe out there. Thank you so much for the support. Love you very much. Mwah! Goodbye.